Well, hello, everybody. This is Dr. Troy Dukowitz of the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big-ass results in your life and business. Today's topic is this: slow down. So, last night I am out for a walk. We have recently been going out on some family walks. It's just right when it starts to get a little bit dark out. My boys both have these pedal go-karts that they drive. And they're like literally it's pedals like on a bike, but it's for the four wheels of this go-kart. And great exercise, great walking with everybody, great connection time. We really enjoy it. And last night, as we were walking back in the direction of our home, there was a car that flew, and I mean flew, through the neighborhood. And I have no idea how fast they were going, but they were flying. And just a side note, this has nothing to do with me being older. This has nothing to do with anything other than the fact that this person was going so fast that my heart sank because I knew that my wife, Leah and Watson and Walker were probably about 100 yards ahead of me, and we couldn't see them. And so I incredibly, my heart just sank into my gut thinking that, oh my God, something could happen. Watson could ride out in the road real quickly. Leah was walking on the side of the road at the time. And so your heart just sinks because you're like, you've got to be freaking kidding me. This kid needs to slow down. Now, I didn't know it was a kid. I saw somebody flying through the neighborhood going way, way too fast. And when they turned around to come back, and I had told Wyatt, I said, I'm going to find out who this is and we're going to have a little discussion. And so he's asking me millions and millions of questions. He's saying, well, yeah, because they could run into our house and hurt the house. I'm like, dude, it's not the house, it's the people. I don't want mommy or Watson or Walker or you to get hurt. So I got to make sure this doesn't happen. And all of a sudden I could see the headlights in the distance coming this way to where I literally walked out in the middle of the road. Now, some of you are listening, you're going, are you a freaking idiot? You walked out in the middle of the road? Yeah, I walked out in the middle of the road to make sure that this person was going to stop, or at least slow down. And so as I saw them flying, they started to see me, they started to slow down. If they would have kept speeding up, I would have moved a little bit. But they saw me and they started slowing down, to which I very, very emphatically and with a great deal of assertiveness said, you need to slow down. And I might have said it a little louder than that. And this car, I could hear the kid in it. There was a kid in it, and I hear him say, I'm sorry. And he drove down the street, and he actually then turned into a cul-de-sac to turn back around. So now I'm walking down the street with Wyatt still. Leah is walking a little bit ahead of us. We've all kind of got caught up. And as I'm walking, this kid drives by and says, I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Now, the beauty of this is that I know when I was a kid, I was an asshole sometimes, and I might have done something like that and maybe not necessarily drove back through and said, I'm sorry. So this was a really cool thing that this kid did by coming back. Whoever his parents are, kudos to you that the kid has manners and he wasn't trying to be an a-hole, but he actually came back and said, look, I'm sorry, man, I won't do it again. And he kept driving. He didn't stop long enough for us to have a conversation, but he kept driving. He made sure he yelled it out the window that he wouldn't do it again. And this, of course, as you know, this got me thinking. And it got me thinking about something so critical and important that we all really need to practice in our lives, and that's slowing down. Now, it's not stopping. You've heard me say a million times before. Not necessarily that I stop doing something, but that I slow down. So that if I'm exercising 6 days a week, it's okay to take a seventh day and just slow down and maybe go for a walk or go for a boat ride or go do something that is just relaxing and chill. If you're used to always being on the go, it's okay to sit at home at night and just watch a movie. It's okay to slow down. It's okay to just sit with your spouse on a couch holding hands instead of going out to dinner yet again because you're just not in the mood for going out. It's so critical and important that we understand that in those times that most of us, life is fast, right? Most of us are go, 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 go. But in that goingness, we also end up taking on tasks and habits that don't necessarily serve us. In actuality, they become distractions. We tend to think that we're productive until all of a sudden we look at our schedule, we look at our lives, and we realize that we've added a bunch of shit that doesn't mean anything but make us look and feel like we're busy. When you slow down, it gives you an opportunity to just reboot. It gives you an opportunity to take a look at what you've been doing. And do you need to course correct the actions that you've been taking? It gives you an opportunity to recharge the batteries so that you can come back even stronger the next day. So many people look at this, and it's so popular today, right? Hustle, 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 24/7, hustle, hustle daily, don't take time off, don't watch TV. You name it, everybody wants to talk about hustle, and you've heard me talk about it before. Yeah, you should hustle every day. But you should hustle in your relationship. You should hustle in taking care of yourself. You should hustle in your spirituality and connection to God. You should hustle in your business. You should hustle in many areas of life. But if you hustle in just one, if I'm only hustling in business, I'm going to burn down the rest of my life. If I'm only hustling in business, I might burn down my health. I might burn down my relationships. But if I'm working to hustle in all of these areas and I'm willing to slow down so I can speed up, then it's going to help me to create more energy, more focus, and more efficiency in everything that I do moving forward. So to this child who, I guess it's kind of a child, who went speeding through our neighborhood, the beauty of that is, one, nobody was hurt. Two, it shows you that there are kids these days who are actually still respectful. And number three, he was merely giving me a message that I could hopefully share with you and in my own life, which is that we need to be able to slow down and be okay with it. Don't beat yourself up. Don't get pissed off. Don't feel like you've done something wrong. Just make sure that tomorrow when you get up, you're ready to rock and roll yet again. So look, that's all I've got for you here today, folks. Take a look at your life across body, being, balance, and business, and identify an area or areas where you feel like maybe, wow, he custom made this for me. And as you walk into the next few days or the next 24 hours or the next weekend, you say, yeah, you know what? This weekend I'm unplugging. I'm slowing down and unplugging from work. I'm not going to check my phone. I'm not going to check my email, and I'm going to unplug and I'm going to slow down and just be with my family. Or this Thursday night, instead of taking my wife out to dinner, I'm going to see what movie she would want to see, and we're going to sit down after the kids go to bed. I'm going to pull out a glass of wine. I'm going to light a candle, put on a movie. We're going to sit next to each other on the couch, hold hands, and just snuggle while watching a movie. I'm just going to slow things down. You slow things down, folks. It makes it much easier to speed up. It makes it much easier to be even more productive because your energy reserves go through the freaking roof. So I've got for you here today, as always, I would love and appreciate if you would head on over to iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher and rate and or review this podcast. And as you know, you can head on over to commitandgo.com where you can find out more about myself, yours truly, Dr. Troy Duquitz, and the different programs that we offer. You can also get the free Time Mastery program. And finally, reach out to me, Dr. Troy at commitandgo.com. That's DRTROY at commitandgo.com for questions, comments, or even something that you might want to share. Heck, even a topic you might want to hear about on this podcast. As always, thanks for listening. I'm Dr. Troy Duquitz. This has been the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action to create big-ass results in your life and business. We'll hear you next time. Bye-bye.